Here comes Jesse's first down, the two-time world champion, not to be denied, going past the champion 3-year-old.
Remington Park, right now.
Welcome into our first spotlight play on this Oklahoma Classics weekend. Looking ahead here at race number 8 with a look at tonight's primetime pick 4 here on this Thursday program at Remington Park. Brian W. Spencer joined now by Jerry Shottenkirk to look at this Oklahoma-bred $7,500 maiden claimer going as race number 8. Jerry, this is going to be sort of your spotlight play within this pick 4. We'll have that $12 ticket suggested afterwards, but give us a look here at this Oklahoma-bred maiden claimer.
We're going for a price here with the 2 Natalie's Boy from trainer Joe Offolter. This Temple City gelding has been out just twice and has been against much better company, especially last time when he was in maiden specials. Today he drops down to 7,500 and won 5.5 furlongs. I think he'll really move up today. He got a little buried early on in his first 2, and that happens a lot with these inexperienced horses, but with this class drop, I think he'll gain a lot of courage and run a good race under Floyd Wethy. So I'm looking for the 2 Natalie's Boy to run a good one in the 8th.
Yeah, that's the edge there for Jerry in race number 8, that key race within that primetime pick 4. Let's back up, though, to when we're airing this ahead of race number 6 here, the start of that primetime pick 4. Jerry's got that $12 suggested play. Here it is. It's 2-4 with the 7-4 with the 2-3-9 with the 6-7 for that $12 suggested primetime pick 4 play, and Jerry's selections all weekend. Visit RemingtonPark.com.
Here comes Jesse's first down, the two-time world champion, not to be denied, going past the champion 3-year-old.
Remington Park, right now.
Set for a big night of racing here at Remington Park. It's Oklahoma Classics night. We've got a lot of stakes races, a lot of big names that we've come to know and love racing around Remington Park, and we're going to jump right into it. HorseplayerNow.com's Brian W. Spencer joined by Jerry Shottenkirk to look at race number 1 here on the Oklahoma Classics night card. This one, the filly mare starter. They'll go 7 furlongs, and Jerry going to look to one of the wide draws here with the number 11, Teaspoon.
I am out on the outside with the 11 Teaspoon, indeed. This one comes out of a pretty good starter optional claiming race that was won by Heaven's Whisper, who's a pretty nice filly. So Teaspoon is back to Oklahoma bred. She hasn't seen state bred since the spring season at Will Rogers Downs, and has been against some pretty tough runners in open company. I think with the distance of 7 furlongs, I think this Randy Oberlander charge will be up to the task tonight. So number 11, Teaspoon in the first.
Yeah, 10 races on tonight's program, a lot of opportunities and a lot of big competitive fields, and Jerry's going to dive right in there in the opener in the Oklahoma Classics. Filly mare starter, going to look to the number 11, Teaspoon, to kick things off. Good luck.
Here comes Jesse's first down, the two-time world champion, not to be denied, going past the champion 3-year-old.
Remington Park, right now.
Heading towards the late races here on this Oklahoma Classics night card, and that means it's time to take a look at the primetime pick 4, $75,000 guaranteed. It goes in race number 7. We're going to start taking a look, though, in race number 8. It's the Oklahoma Turf Classic, going 1 mile and a 16th on the grass. And Jerry, a competitive bunch, but you've got your eye on one who might be a pretty nice number here.
Boy, he sure should be. Number 5, Timely Reply, comes off a victory in the Red Earth Stakes against some of these same horses. He was 66-1 that day, and the reason being is that he was making only his second turf start. And looking down his form, he looks like he's significantly better on the turf than on the dirt. He's a 6-year-old, and he's making kind of, it's kind of late in life for a change in racing protocol, but I think Timely Reply under the training of Randy Swango sure looks like he's found his spot on the grass. So the 5, Timely Reply with Freddie Manrique, I think he'll win right back.
And he's got a chance there. Nice number, good turf form, not exposed, very lightly raced on the turf. Gets that call for Jerry in race number 8, the Oklahoma Turf Classic. Backing up to race number 7, it's where we kick off that primetime pick 4. It's a $75,000 guarantee, and here's Jerry's $12 play. It will be the 6 with the 5, 7, 4, 3, with the 1, 2, 6, with the 11, 2. That comes out to $12 for that ticket. Jerry's choices all weekend long. Visit RemingtonPark.com.
Here comes Jesse's first down, the two-time world champion, not to be denied, going past the champion 3-year-old.
Remington Park, right now.
Remington Park Friday, race number 9. It's the Oklahoma Classics Night Classic, mile and a 16th on the main track. And Jerry, we've gone through a couple of potential price players this weekend. Your choice here in the Classic, maybe not going to be a big number, but how do we get through a night like this without talking about a horse like Shotgun Cowboy?
Well, I tell you, it's impossible to avoid him. He's won $1,400,000 in his career, and about $800,000 has come over this racetrack. He's 8 of 13 locally. He's 13 of 37 over his career. Now, being a 7-year-old, he's probably lost a step down the line, but I'm still thinking against Oklahoma breds in this spot. He's still plenty good enough. So CR Trout always has him ready to run well over this racetrack. So I'm leaning towards Shotgun Cowboy, although it's not a real easy spot. You look at the 2, Rowdy the Warrior has run a lot of good races here. He's only won 3 races in his career, but he's kind of a plotter early on, and if he gets the pace in front of him, I think he'll make a run and be able to get onto the board. And the horse you need to take a look at is the 6 Deal Driven shipping in from Parks. This Oklahoma bred has been based at Parks and comes off a stakes win there. So he's got a horse that's really moved up in the past year or two. He found his niche in starter allowances, and a lot of times they can go a year or two and be really solid at that level, and then move up to stakes company and be able to just continue on. So Deal Driven, he is shipping in a long ways, but there's no doubt that he's got some talent to him, so he's worth a look too. But going with the local hero, the 1 Shotgun Cowboy, to get it done in the Oklahoma Classics Cup.
Yeah, and I'm always interested in those kinds of horses who just appear for a state bred day like this, doing plenty of damage out east, but they show up here shipping in probably with a purpose, but looking to the rail on top in the end, though, for the guy, horse for a course. The number 1 Shotgun Cowboy gets the call in the Oklahoma Classics for Jerry.
But here comes Jesse's first down, the two-time world champion, not to be denied, going past the champion 3-year-old.
Remington Park, right now.
Getting set for the last of the night here, race number 10 at Remington Park on Oklahoma Classics night. This one, the Lassie. They'll be going 6 furlongs and saving Jerry the best for last. Obviously, we've gotten to see, win or lose as we're recording ahead of time. We've gotten to see Oklahoma breds like Welder and Shotgun Cowboy run tonight, but you saved your best bet for last. Looking outside here with the number 11, Macho's Vision in the Lassie.
Well, this is a talented group of 2-year-old fillies, and they're all lightly raced, of course, and a lot of them have 1 or 2 good starts to their credit. But I think the 11 Macho's Vision was probably as impressive as any of them last time out. Now, she lost in her debut. She finished 5th, beating 8 lengths by a couple horses that are in here, but she came back against many of the same horses and just whistled. She got out front, opened up 5 lengths, and just coasted in. So Macho's Vision for trainer Mike Beeler really should be winging it out on the front end under jockey Lori Keith, and I think she's definitely the one to catch here. So the 11 Macho's Vision in the Oklahoma Classics Lassie.
Yeah, and she's got that good wide draw, too, for that kind of running style, to be able to show that speed outside and have that run into the turn to find position. Best bet on the card for Jerry, the number 11, Macho's Vision, to close things out. We've got a couple of Saturday spot plays coming up next. Stick around.
So here comes Jesse's first down, the two-time world champion, not to be denied, going past the champion 3-year-old.
Remington Park, right now.
Getting set to take a look at this upcoming primetime pick 4 here at Remington Park, race number 6. I'm Brian W. Spencer from HorsePlayerNow.com, bringing in Jerry Shottenkirk. And Jerry going to kick off this primetime pick 4 sequence of $15,000 claiming that they'll go 7.5 on the turf. And we're going to look here to the number 3, Right Lane Lukash.
This is a shipper from Texas. He ran at Lone Star much of the season, and most recently he ran down at Retama, and he has some good form to him. I mean, he doesn't win every time, but last time out he was 5th in the state-bred stakes race down there, and this is a $15,000 claiming race. I think looking at his form and the horses that he's faced down in Texas, I think he should be really tough in this spot for trainer Robert Escada. So going 7.5 on the turf course, I think you'll finish with a decent run, and I look for the 3, Right Lane Lukash, to get it done.
Yeah, and Jerry, you're going too deep in this spot to kick off that primetime pick 4, also using the number 6, Malik, who at 5-2, listed as the morning line favorite. Tell us a little bit about that guy.
He made just his first turf start last time, and got on the front end and really dug in and got the victory over a couple decent horses. So the 6 Malik for trainer Gene Jacot looks like he'll be tough on the front end.
Yeah, another one there who's not exposed on the turf, lightly raced there on the grass and looked very good winning that last one. He gets the underneath call, and here's the choice on this $12 ticket, though, for Jerry with Right Lane Lukash on top in race number 6. $12 play goes 3-6 with the 4-3-2, with 4-5, with the 12-1. That ticket, Jerry's selections all weekend and more at RemingtonPark.com. Best of luck.
But here comes Jesse's first down, the two-time world champion, not to be denied, going past the champion 3-year-old.
Remington Park, right now.
Saturday, race number 8 at Remington Park brings us to our last spot play of the weekend. Brian W. Spencer and Jerry Shottenkirk from Horse Player Now taking a look at some of these key races throughout the weekend at Remington. And Jerry, let's close things down for this weekend's edition of Remington Park Now. Looking in this 8th race, $7,500 condition claimers, non-3 lifetime. They'll travel a mile on the main.
We're looking at number 4, Sensational Sam. This is a first start off the claim for trainer Steve Asmussen. Looking at this 7,500 non-3 start, non-winners of 3 start, I think he should be really tough in here. Comes off a 3rd place finish in his first local start, but if you look back at some of his other races, I watched him during the spring season, or the championship meet down at Gulfstream Park, where he was in some pretty tough spots. Horses like Dizzy Gillespie and To Dare and Piloting, those are some decent runners, and they're way above the $7,500 level. So I think if he runs back to any of those races, plus his last one was pretty good too, I think the 4 Sensational Sam, the first one for Asmussen, I think it'd be very tough to beat here.
Number 4, Sensational Sam gets the call there in Saturday's 8th race to close out our previews for this weekend. Good luck on all of your wagers at Remington Park this weekend, and we'll talk to you again next week.